Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. I would, at the start of this episode, since we actually have some patrons now, would like to give a special shout out to Raymond, our first official patron, and to Ditzy, our first Academy sponsor.
Yippee! No, that is not what we are going to be doing. No!
Thank you guys very much, and there should be a link in the bio if anyone else has any interest in checking it out. There will be behind-the-scenes content, as well as potentially some bonus content that we're looking at doing. But with that out of the way, when we last left our heroes in training, they had some fun with a quirky little magic item.
Oh, that is what happened.
That was bought at what amounts to a pawn shop.
You almost killed me!
I thought I was giving you the deck of wonder. I was deceived by that gremlin.
This is how you repay my gift of the bracers? Death? Oh wait, no, that's
twice.
How about 50,000 gold?
Okay, I like that one.
Yeah,
that
now you can take Ari out to a nice dinner.
There we go. That's a really
Okay, so right now what we're realizing is that we're at an average of 25,000 gold per death summoning. So if we do that,
Well, technically, if you divide it by
times,
3 times, because
I like those odds.
Everybody. After dealing with that situation, which Ari was not aware of.
Ari doesn't know.
At
I have no
all.
idea. She knows.
and we have agreed not to tell
Are you
her.
going to tell her about the money?
We'll get there. The weeks went on as the group approached their next official mission, a joint mission with
Mackenzie's team.
yes,
Grr.
with Moran Team A. And as you have been called to meet by your 2 chaperones for this mission, Grave and Idris. That is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back.
Dang it, that wasn't on the camera. That's unfortunate.
So, as Mackenzie's team has gathered, Mackenzie walks over to
1d4, who's he going to talk to?
L.
Oh, God. Of course he does.
A pleasure to be working with you. And he offers a hand. Shakes it. Good grip. Shall we?
Of course. Let's be off.
And Idris leads the way to his ship. Is there anything that you do as you're walking, or where are y'all at?
Cass is going to try and shuffle his team on to ensure no shenanigans.
Entirely valid.
He is at the rear of his group, maybe all of them.
Make an insight check then on L.
Yeah, that's like a...
Can I?
L is L.
L's, okay. Can I, like, vibe check the other team? See if, like, there's anyone that I think I could get along decently with?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All of them.
I don't... It feels like a backhanded compliment.
11.
Very much is.
11. You don't really get any more information than you already have. Mm-hmm. So on the other team, you have Mackenzie, who everyone is very well aware of. King. Mm-hmm. Whiskey, that you don't know a ton about. Elder, that you also don't know a ton about, and Red. But Mackenzie and King are the two that have had major interactions.
Yeah.
Red is the one that accidentally killed Kakari.
Yeah.
But he felt bad about it.
He did.
Yeah. Cora's not holding grudges here.
There he
Had a
is.
reason
That's
to.
a first.
Listen, when she sees people who are like her, she kind of gets it.
Okay.
Understood.
For better
Harry
or worse.
is glaring daggers at Mackenzie when he goes up to shake Elle's hand because she's standing next to Elle, most likely.
Is she?
Yeah.
I mean,
She
we're
has
probably
been
all
avoiding him
Oh, she has? I'm so tired.
That's okay.
due
She's
to the events
It's been a
of,
while.
Thalion.
before. She's standing like a couple steps behind Elle, but she's glaring daggers at Mackenzie.
Arms
still.
reach, but just like having a radius.
Noticeably farther back
Than normal. Got
than
it.
normal. Further
Okay.
back than she used to. Certainly the last time we interacted with Mackenzie as a team up on stage, where she was close enough to punch him,
Yeah.
she's giving a little bit more distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grave is kind of just scanning both teams and just side-eyeing everyone.
as he should.
Everyone gets the feeling that there is a reason he specifically has been
on this-
assigned to this mission.
Therapist.
I don't know. Is Elle intelligent enough for that? Oh, yes, he is. Okay.
But as you approach Idris's ship, it looks a little bit different from the others. They all do look fairly different, but most of the ships that you've been on so far resemble actual ships in one way or another. Graves
Except
looks.
for the house one. Houseboat.
That is true. There's but even that had like kind of a rough shape. This looks very odd at a first glance.
It's like a flying stop sign or something.
No, it is.
Turning
It's
teacup.
metallic, completely a completely solid shape. So there's no like top deck or anything. Ends in a point, and is kind of has a metallic hull and these layers of metal on either side.
Like a flying saucer?
No, it's more like rectangular than that.
Interesting.
Like a Viking ship, but like with metal on the sides?
I mean,
Like that kind of like
it's
longboat
more
shape?
like
It sounds very sci-fi.
it's
Very,
more like
arcane.
someone took a subway car and put a. Sorry, there was a fly. It's like a subway car with a headpiece attached, and then these slats of metal on either side.
Interesting.
And you do enter from the back, as opposed to from either side.
Funky dragonfly.
It's a spaceship.
Yeah. That was the vibe I was getting too.
And Idris kind of come on. The back opens and extends. The entire thing
Definitely a spaceship.
made of metal, which is
Oh, what now?
That wasn't Elle. Elle has no idea what a spaceship is.
yeah. The only time you've seen
I've seen these in
metal
dreams.
moving like this are crow's wings.
Oh. Living metal.
Was made of.
Not so much living as
That's a cool concept.
it is. More like magically enhanced to. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a investigation or arcana check.
I'm gonna make
All of us? Alright.
She specifically was asking what it's made of. If you would like to, you're more than welcome.
I'd also
I don't
like to
think
make an
Cass is
Arcana
asking that
check
question.
because Aerie
Go for it.
likes to know things.
26.
26.
Nah, it's only like a 12.
Appears to be
Elle has
That's
no
a 0.
oh buddy. Was it a nat one?
Yeah.
Okay.
that
You're
what you will.
half convinced this is made of aluminum foil.
Elle is freaking out and does not want to get on that thing because it looks horribly unstable. Like it'll crumple at any second.
Idris literally just like, oh come on, because he's waiting at the entrance and basically like hurting you guys onto it. Crow, you're looking at it. Appears to be an alloy. It's not made of any one particular metal. You do see elements of protean iron, as well as very high quality steel, maybe titanium. Very hardy. And would have to be custom made.
Yeah, for sure.
For this. Like, someone would have had to commission the raw materials. And as Idris takes his seat near the front, in Graves' ship, the console seat that he uses to control it is very inline, almost like a throne. This one is hovering.
Because of course it is.
Not connected to, which is not out of the realm of possibility. And you've seen chairs that are not connected to the ground before.
Right. But of course it is on this ship.
And he kind of takes a seat in it. All right, everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Kiera, question: have we been prepped for the terrain that we're going to? Is there prep necessary?
Tycoon steps, right?
Yep.
Can you remind me what the mission is?
Yes.
Go figure out what's going on at the Tycoon steps.
If any of y'all remember.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
We're going on a recovery mission.
Yes.
There was a shipment.
Stolen.
Yeah, there was a shipment that was attacked, and the stuff was stolen. We have to
yeah,
go figure out
I remember now.
Yep.
where it is, who took it.
Who done it?
All right. Well then, and the back slides up and seals, and there is no seam that you can see.
You notice the look of horror on Elle's face.
And for a moment, it is the entire cabin that you're all standing in is pitch black. Because
Okay, who has dark vision?
I mean, I do.
The elves. That's
Dang it.
And
You
then
have a leg.
that's true.
Get a leg up.
Is it glowing at the moment?
How long until we get light in the cabin? Because if it's longer than 5 seconds, Elle instinctually.
It is like a 2-second.
Then no,
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
not light.
At first just low level, kind of think like airplane lights when it's like nighttime on a plane. Yeah.
Did you put that in quotes? It does get to be
Sometimes, as someone who has traveled a lot internationally, sometimes they do it when it's very bright outside.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they only did it when it was actually night.
When you're traveling within the same time zone, yeah, they do. When you're going through a 12-hour difference, they just pick a time. I'm not kidding.
Things I didn't know about international
It's
travel.
not always convenient, but you get to sleep all you can. It is always a slight tangent, but it is always funny. Like the entire plane is dark, and then someone just cracks their window open, and like this beam of light literally goes across.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Not for the people on the flight, but it's
No.
amazing to us.
But as Idris swivels the chair around, two pieces of metal appear to slide out of the way, revealing windows at the front
Nice.
and along the sides, and seats. Basically kind of unfold from the metal.
That's
Idris has the coolest ship. And I'm not just saying that because I love sci-fi. But I also am.
Idris is the foremost person for magic at the school. So,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Ari sits a couple seats away from everybody else on her team.
Okay.
Crow stays standing.
Yeah,
She
so
wants
does
to
Elle.
see if she can, stay standing while it stops and goes.
That's fair.
Ella's terrified of sitting in that chair.
As the ship pulls out from the skydock, the slats of metal along the side extend outwards until they appear to be wings.
Nice. Do they float the pieces individually?
They
or-
kind of float into position, but they do kind of lock together. And it finally registers the pointed front, long body, and now the two wings that are spreading out.
It's a bird.
You are basic. It is a more of a rough shape, but it is definitely reminiscent of a bird.
I don't know why the bird from A Bug's Life just popped in my head, but sure.
You're honestly not far off. That, and for some reason, that is also what just popped into my head. Literally, that specific scene is yeah, it's kind of like that.
That's amazing.
This one's you're going to want to sit down.
All right, Elle, come on. Strap in.
That's a 1, no natural. Elle does not sit down.
Crow sit.
He's terrified.
I got it. I'm gonna use my channel divinity to cause my spectral vines to lock you in place.
I believe he has to make a save.
He does.
What's the
Strength or dex?
We'll do a strength. It's just a flat strength save?
I think so.
Save.
Or is it-
Athletics.
No,
it is a save.
This? Oh, okay. Got it. It's a 19.
Oh gosh, yeah. He struggles out of it.
You're kind of just the knee-jerk reaction of being scared just means that the vines can't take hold. And especially since they're coming up just out of pure metal, there's not a lot for them to root themselves into.
Great.
Could you? And he grabs onto the chair. Just kind of holds it.
Okay.
Guess you can cover
Can
for
you make me
everyone's
a dexterity
consequences.
saving throw?
No, not dexterity. That's fine. It's actually the exact same save. 5.
The other ships that you've been on, there is that kind of sensation, not dissimilar to Star Trek, Star Wars of the hyperdrive, warp drive, whatever of the. In this, it feels a lot more like the ship is ramping up to that speed, but it does it very quickly.
It's Elle plastered against the back of the cabin.
With a 5, you go tumbling. You're not plastered against the back, but you do get knocked knocked off your feet.
Because I imagined Ares was sitting closer to the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
To be further away from everybody.
Put out a foot to stop him.
Try and grab him.
Yeah, go for it. Make an athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah.
He rolled.
Elle's a big boy.
Dex is about controlling yourself, not others.
Technically, this would be a grapple check, so it would be.
If it's a grapple check, by the new rules, I can use my dex.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know if that's true.
We have entered into the research mode.
It allows me to use my dexterity.
Oh, we're in trouble.
I don't know if that's true.
You may no longer be the most common perpetrator of making Trey look stuff up.
I know. That realization hit me as well.
Grapple. The target must succeed on a strength/dex.
Yeah, no, the target.
Oh.
That'd be me.
Yeah, because dex to get out of it makes sense, as well as strength. You can either weasel your way out of it, or you can overpower the person that's trying to...
Can I use my deception to get out of it?
No.
Okay, the DC for the saving throw... Okay, so as opposed to... Okay, so it is changed. You now don't make a check at all.
Oh, okay.
They just...
The DC for the saving throw and any escape attempts equals 8 plus your strength. and proficiency bonus.
So that'd be 8 plus 5, which is like a 13.
It's not a contested check, it's just
Do you
a
have a
save.
+2 to strength?
No. Oh, sorry. I was looking at my initiative. 8 plus 3. I am so tired.
You very much are.
So tired.
I'm gonna say you aren't able to grab him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, you're not plastered against the wall.
Yeah.
But you do roll back, and you're kind of sitting there, as it is very reminiscent of. Planes go very fast. You don't necessarily feel them going fast. This is more like a sports car.
Yep.
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 And with your very high perception, you just can see the reflection in the window at the front, and Idris is just grinning.
Of course he is. Just like every sports car driver.
You see the world rushing past, and in a way that you haven't typically. For most of the other ships, they have to enter the ethereal plane in order to.
His
reach
just
their
actually
speed.
goes zoom.
Wow.
All those poor birds.
We just occasionally hear.
More like.
Oh
He has to get that thing washed daily.
Prestidigitation's a wonderful spell.
Oh, you know what? That's true. He just has it constantly running on a cycle.
Self-prestidigitates?
Yes.
And after a moment, the wings kind of, and they begin catching wind, and
Puts on the air brake.
slows, slows down. Make another dex save.
Dang it!
Can I try and grab him again?
No!
Yeah, make an athletics check.
8.
Okay.
He's almost a nat 20.
The dice want comedy,
But it
so...
wasn't.
Yeah.
Harry kind of goes,
Yeah, you. I feel like you've kind of just gotten yourself up to your feet after that.
So so as he gets up, the momentum of us going forward is like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
And as L splatters against the front of the ship where Cass is again, he's like, "Sorry, I did try."
L's upside down. Oh, that was you? I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, you do end up in front of Elder, actually. He kind of just looks at you. You alright?
I think so. It was a heck of a flight. Are you okay?
Next time, take a seat.
Doesn't look sturdy.
Sturdier than you.
Fair.
And, you can make an insight check.
I think that is 17. Yes.
Not condescension. Not a...
It's
Very
just a
matter of fact.
very matter
It's rude,
of fact...
but true.
A very matter of fact... This thing held up, you didn't.
That's why L goes,
And you see, as you have now slowed to a point where you can see the world properly, snowflakes falling outside the windows as the
I didn't bring a jacket.
airship kind of circles.
we were told we were going to a cold environment, right?
That's what I
You
was
were told
asking.
you were going to the Daikun Step.
Okay, yes. Then I assume we did get jackets or something.
Yeah, I assume.
Does Crow have a jacket?
No. She's not. She just curl up in a blanket when it's cold.
As-
or cloak.
As you can't quite see it. Actually, no. I guess you could kind of. You kind of. I don't know. Sorry. You can't see it, but there's a sound of. And the ship kind of lands with a kind of suspension
Nice.
And the back. And a blast of cold air. And Crow, you find something thrown into your face as Grave has just chucked a thick winter coat with a it is a black thick coat with a big fluffy hood.
Yay. She'll put it on. I mean, no, actually, could still work on my wings. I just need to, like, cut holes where it connects.
I mean, you wouldn't have to. Your clothes don't have... You summon them. It's like a backpack.
See, I guess it can go on top of it.
Yeah.
You just loosen the straps, that's all.
You had something?
Al kind of looks at Caspian and goes, do you think I could get one of those?
Graves, do you have another spare?
Yes.
Because El rolled a 2 on intelligence for bringing it here.
And there is a very similar white one that he tosses to you. It's not thrown in your face.
Oh.
It is
Special
just...
treatment for Crow things.
Yes.
Special
She
treatment.
will also summon her wings and kind of like tuck them around her and then have like the thrusters like just blasting just enough heat to kind of like create a little cozy environment
just-
for her.
Yep. I like it.
Yep.
We'll just light the wings on fire every so often.
Yeah.
All right then. So, 9 instead of 10. This is rather unique. It's your mission.
Where are we right now?
We are in the Daikun Steppe.
Yeah, we know that much.
I believe she means where specifically. Are we near a town or the location of the ambush?
That.
Location of ambush, got it.
Yes.
You
Was
listed
it-
2 options?
Specifically an ambush, or...
I have as much information as you do. Go talk to them.
Alright. Cass will look at Mackenzie.
Oh.
I was going to say Cass will look at Mackenzie. Shall we go out?
We shall. I would like to say, Idris speaks up. It might be best to designate someone from one of your teams as a coordinator.
Caspian.
Do they seem
Just
to be
2.
any protest with the other team?
More, not active protest so much as, They're kind of looking between each other with a little bit of uncertainty. It's up to y'all. It is up to all of you. that was me.
That was stray.
It's up to all of you, but in my experience, it prevents a bit of infighting.
Understood.
Whatever.
Go on.
Make your pick because we're moving. Crow will start walking.
Crow, can you, for one moment, just wait? Well, we can either choose one, or if we wanted to just coordinate teams together. I know you seem to...
Red
speak for your team.
kind of steps forward. I believe the point that he was making is that for the sake of this mission, we are one team. And as opposed to having every other person speak up every time they think that there's something that we should do, having at least one person that makes the decisions.
I agree, I think you are right about that. So,
We're at
Shall
least
we-
allowed to pitch in our thoughts.
Red kind of just...
shall we hold it to a vote then?
King steps forward. Do we need to?
Yes.
I think we all know the right option.
Yes, Caspian.
She's alright, so...
Apparently we don't all know the right option. You know what? You guys haven't spent much time with me. I understand. you don't know what's what yet.
Well, regardless, I think one way or another we have determined that you will be one of the people doing the speaking. Your charisma speaks for itself. We're going to use that too.
Sarcasm?
Make a persuasion or deception check?
I want to inspire you.
Man, that's a shame.
That's
that was persuasion, so that's only a 10.
Only 10?
Dang it. Could go either way.
This is King we're talking about.
It's got a memory of a goldfish. Nothing goes through.
You rolled an 8.
Oh! Let's go.
9 minus 1.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Someone does know what's what. Mackenzie kind of just... I vote for Caspian.
I will admit I was not expecting that.
Elder just kind of... I do not care. We need to get moving. Sure. Caspian. Sorry, that is your name?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
I was gonna vote Mackenzie, but there's a lot of votes for Cass, so...
Right.
Make a
What?
persuasion or deception check.
Ooh, that's...
11?
25.
You're serious.
Really?
To see what would happen if Mackenzie was in charge. She was actually kind of impressed with the plan that he made for Capture the Flag. Things could have turned out very well in his favor, and she was curious to see if he would coordinate with the team. And if he did coordinate with the team, tried to do something else, we just follow after Cass.
You know what's funny? Cass would have voted for Mackenzie too. He's not voting for himself.
Not King?
No. King has some charisma, but that's about all he's got.
To be fair, he has the same intelligence as you.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
What's your
Bad.
intelligence?
I have a -1.
Yeah.
I have an intelligence of 9.
Technically, you have 1 point on him.
At least he doesn't have a -2.
Yeah.
Harry has a -2 in charisma.
I'm sorry I have so much anxiety.
We're saying about people with a -2 intelligence.
That's stupid.
You do have this stupid.
And we love him for it.
Exactly.
All right.
Lovable
Meanwhile,
skills.
you do notice
Yeah.
at a glance
It's a 7.
that there are 8 students in the still standing here.
Who's missing?
Not someone missing per se, but Whiskey, the girl,
She blends in with the snow.
has just kind of moved on and without addressing anyone.
That's what I meant by missing.
Yeah.
I know somebody's gone on ahead.
Yep.
Well,
Wait.
considering
I know
that
you
somebody
can
is
find her.
already starting our mission, let's get going.
Let's.
Elle looks at King.
You have an ability.
What?
You have a tracking ability.
Which?
How do
What?
you find Crow?
Oh, yeah, but Crow's not the one that's missing.
Yeah. Do you remember what she is?
Is Whiskey
Yeah,
undead?
she's undead. Cass
She's something.
Cass doesn't know that.
She literally bit someone during one of her fights.
Yeah, that just means she's feral. Doesn't mean she's dead.
To be fair,
Crow too.
Crow would too.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not she was undead.
That's true.
But, you all move off the ship.
Crow puts her
Grave
mask on, too.
and
Minimal contact with the snow.
and Idris both hang back for a moment, appearing to be discussing something, while you walk out into the snow.
And what do we see?
So, go to make a perception check. I assume everything would.
Inspired.
That's a D8.
Yep.
I get to re-roll it.
Yes,
twice,
you do.
Right? A little better. That's not much.
King.
Oh, buddy.
King got
I'm
a
gonna use my inspiration.
He's focused too much on being
Just use your
complimented.
King got a flat 1.
Oh no.
Here we got a nat 1.
I'm using my inspiration though. Okay, that's much better. 24.
Everyone else rolled well on their team. Yeah, it was 16, 17, 20, 18, 1.
Oh, King.
He's got to round out the group.
Yep. So
14.
14.
14.
24.
Okay, of course.
Half of that. 12.
12. Okay.
Sounds better than a nat 1.
Just by a bit.
I was preoccupied with something at the moment.
You look out, and none. Has Eri been to the Daikon Step? I don't believe so.
I don't think she has.
Yeah.
Wait. No, she hasn't.
Yeah.
She's been to Paradise.
Yeah. So the first thing that you guys notice is that it is open. It is wide and just open space.
Is it like completely flat? Or
No, that is the second thing. In Mire, you have so many forests and and things of the sort.
She's trying. For the life of her, she's trying.
She's just sucking on her binky.
In Vala, it's sand dunes, but it's kind of just like the only high elevation you're gonna get is dunes that happen to be higher. Here it is basically tundra. The ground isn't completely covered in snow. Quite a lot of it is, but you do see vegetation and very harsh vegetation growing in scattered clumps. The terrain is very hilly, with almost no flat land. Building up and up until some mountains in the maybe less than 20 miles away. But most notably, you see is a road. The road tries to avoid going up and down, and so it kind of follows the lowest point through the hills and valleys and such.
Perfect place for an ambush.
Yeah.
The low ground.
A little bit.
No, Tony, this is the kill box. You don't want to be here.
Precisely. Rhodes knew what he was talking about.
And as Idris steps off the ship with and you do see as you look back what you heard unfurling were two kind of clawed legs that are acting as supports. The mountains that you see there are the Zerk Mountains. If you follow the road that way, you will get to the Kivilon land bridge.
What direction is that way?
Which direction are you pointing?
The way that he pointed.
That would be southwest.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the mountains are to the northeast.
Got it.
And on the road, you see after you've taken in the rest of the terrain, wreckage. It didn't stand out quite as much at first because the snow has fallen on it. There's nothing like still smoking.
Yeah.
It's probably...
It's been snowed on.
Yeah, it's been there for a bit. You're not quite sure how long. Let's see. That might be a good one.
Cass will ask Idris, how long ago was the request for our assistance filed?
Within the past 12 hours?
Are there any people present at the scene?
There are a handful of figures. You're maybe like 100 feet away from the wreckage. The wreckage is mostly wagons from the looks of it. There's a few horses. One horse that is that was probably killed. And as you can see the corpse laying.
Don't we all?
Yeah, so you see maybe you only see 3 figures in kind of these thick coats, kind of working through, looking for, you presume, like anything they can.
Okay, so there's already people down there investigating.
Yes.
Okay.
And then standing.
Discussing the damage.
Yeah, it's assessing the damage. It would be a good term for it. But standing maybe 15 feet away from the rest of them is someone in kind of official-looking military garb. And you can make anyone who's proficient in history.
Does half proficiency count?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
The point of that trait is jack of all trades is that you have a chance to.
4.
22.
Wow, 17.
You would both recognize this as Paradisian military. And considering Paradise does own the Daikun Steppe, it is part of the Empire. That does check out. Specifically with a 22, you recognize the insignia as being basically what amounts to Paradisian Special Ops. Specifically a member of an ACE team.
Ooh. Interesting.
Sweet.
We know what that means, our characters don't.
What? I mean, Cass didn't see the insignia, but would he know that?
No.
Okay.
You would know it's a military insignia. You wouldn't know specifically what it meant.
Ari studied all of the military ranks and stuff like that when she went to Paradise. So that's why she knows what it means.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Thanks.
I need to draw everybody's attention. I was trying to.
For those who didn't hear,
I had crumbs on my shirt.
there we go.
Mackenzie kind of. So, what's the plan?
Well, first, let's find out what they already know, and then we'll continue helping them investigate.
Caspian,
Yes.
use a high amount of respect when you speak to that individual. He's a very, very high-ranking member of the Paradisian military. Special Forces.
Good to know.
Unlikely to give up much information, but worth asking at least.
Nothing.
Sure.
Smiling because Ray was one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was that or L/.
Technically, Ray
planning
was
something.
on an ARC team.
Yes, I know.
as opposed to an ace team.
Yep. Ace is the non-magic special ops group.
They can be magic, but they're, ARC teams specifically have a focus on magic.
Did you base that off of Star Wars?
No, it's Rangers versus Seagulls.
Oh,
ARC just happened to fall into place with ARC troopers.
Yep.
Happy coincidence.
It was very much a happy coincidence.
Yep.
We did not plan that. It was awesome.
Amazing.
Ray was literally an ARC trooper.
Yes.
Technically an ARC captain.
Even better.
Did he wear the kama? The little skirt things that they wear?
Yeah, where's the character? Shoot.
Yes.
He was wearing more of a trench coat, but yeah.
Wait, Ray was wearing a trench coat. We never saw his uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, Eri, Mackenzie, would the two of you like to accompany me as I go to talk to him?
Lead on.
I'm gonna go investigate things. She'll head to the wreckage.
Okay.
And Cass will beeline it to the very obvious commander.
Al's following Caspian.
Okay. You approach. As you're approaching from behind this individual, but they turn to face you long before you get there. Hello.
Hello there. I'm sorry, I have to do it every time. My name is Caspian Tennant. This is Mackenzie, Eri, and that's when Cass sees El. Oh, and Elios. We're here from Mize Academy. We understand that you put in a request for our assistance.
Not me, but yes, a request was put in. I was informed.
Understood. So,
My name is Erumu Ruto.
can you spell that for me?
ERUMU RUTO.
What does that mean, Trey?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
This is a character back from when
Oh.
we made Ray's backstory.
oh wow,
Dang.
amazing.
I literally created I created
Oh, I remember
10
you made a
different
bunch of
teams.
different.
Yeah.
And one of them came up.
2.
Yeah.
Was there a second? I don't remember.
Because one of them was investigating Dashi's attack.
Oh, that's right.
The other one was one of the other people who found a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pevensies.
The Pepinkawas.
Yes.
Yes. Those episodes are up. Go watch The Outsiders.
It's a good time.
It's it'll make this campaign look so much better.
It really will. We've improved so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come. My role here is to observe and facilitate, mostly, as well as to hopefully escort the safely retrieved cargo once it has been retrieved.
Understood. So in that case, you are not heading up the investigation?
It is my understanding that that is what you have been called here for.
It is. I just didn't know if we were going to report directly to you.
In many other circumstances, you might. I believe the intent here was to give students a chance to
Learn.
Yes.
Understood. We were given limited information. Is there anything you can tell us about what happened here?
The workers would know better. The 3 over there are the only survivors.
Understood.
And as you are now a little bit closer, and the snow is not as clearly obscuring things, you notice quite a few bodies.
Can I make a medicine check on one of the bodies?
Absolutely.
I would also like
Can
to make a medicine check and start inspecting the bodies to see
Yeah,
like
go
what
for it.
killed them.
Which medicine?
And I'm
Plus
gonna
5.
check.
I want to give you
Plus 4.
Oh, plus 4. I still want to give you help then.
All right.
Sorry, yeah, one thing at a time.
Yep.
You don't get help, sorry.
16.
16, yeah, okay. You just go to the nearest body that you can find, and thankfully the cause of death is pretty obvious, as there is a large, maybe, what is this?
3
2
inch.
inches? 3 inches?
About 3.
Yeah. 3-inch diameter hole through the chest. That appears to be, with a 16, almost like singed. Not like fully cauterized, but whatever did it was high temperature.
Does it seem like magical? Like a firebolt situation?
Or like a very hot weapon.
It's a very, I would say make an investigation check, because that's not a...
I can try and help you again.
I already have advantage.
Okay, never mind. I'll make my own then, fine.
Alright. 14 plus... Jeez. Another 16.
Another 16? It's a very clean wound. A firebolt, for instance, is more of a blast on impact. This is a...
Puncture.
Yeah. At a glance, you would think like a spear or something of... No spear you've ever seen is would cause that much damage, but yeah. Yes.
Investigation to investigate like what happened, what effects were used on the wreckage and all that stuff. Not on the wreckage, but on the people. Natural 20 for a total of 28.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
which part are you investigating?
I kind of want to figure out what happened exactly.
Okay, so
were
you're
there
kind
big
of...
creatures? Was there a weapon used? Were there people running about slashing and cutting?
Okay. With a natural 20,
What kind of violence?
you
was
kind
used?
of are looking around.
With violence.
Yeah, I commit violence
All of
just on the weekdays.
the bodies that are here have the same injury. Different spots, but usually center mass. About a...
Is there any evidence of these weapons left in the wreckage?
Not that you can find. And with a natural 20, judging by how the bodies fell and such, they all came from, if not one spot, at least one clear direction.
Can I trace what general direction it was from?
Yeah, it would have had to have been from slightly off, maybe 30 feet off the side of the road.
Sniper fire.
Fly over, check it out.
Could be.
Yeah.
Any leftover snow tracks, items left behind?
I would say, you're able to kind of like light your wings and to clear away some of the snow, but nothing. I mean, make an investigation check.
Another natural 20. Sorry.
Let's go!
All right,
Give us
all right.
everything.
Information.
I love you. It's gonna roll on that one next one.
The very kind of coarse grass. The grass itself is like, in winter,
Brown, gray.
where it's not quite, it is green, but it's almost got like this kind of like tint of white added as the
pale color.
yeah.
Crabgrass.
In roughly 3 spots. Yeah. It is singed. More than singed. It is burnt. You're kind of looking with a natural 20.
Yep.
kind of look at the 3 spots. It's one longer patch, kind of. Yeah. She gonna be doing that.
Yeah.
When did she last eat?
Like 4?
Oh, she's probably hungry.
Yep.
Snack time! Snack time! It's snack time!
A longer singe mark that you are able to identify as a footprint.
Okay. A singed footprint?
Mm-hmm. And to the right of that, a more kind of circular imprint, and then behind that one, so it's kind of like the points of a triangle.
Okay.
A smaller. With a natural 20.
Tripod kind of shape thing?
Not a tripod.
Okay.
More like someone, if that's a footprint, then it looks like someone kneeling with one leg,
Okay.
and their other leg is propped up.
Okay.
And
So the point of contact of a foot, toe, and knee.
exactly.
Okay.
Almost like they're kneeling down and
Potentially. And yeah, from that position, you
Why
can
is
kind
it
of.
burnt there?
You're not sure?
Bro got roasted for his job.
You kind of look and.
I'm sorry!
It's okay!
Should we pause till she's done?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
literally about to say. Yeah, you have no idea why it's burnt. But as you are looking, you're able to, yep, that body with the angle of attack, that body, the horse. The horse also has the
same.
same, yeah.
Looks like they clean after themselves too. Left no evidence behind.
However, while that is the case, the damage to the wagons in the caravan itself is of a completely different nature.
Interesting. Explosion or
More like
brute force?
brute force of someone swinging something big and just like, like half a wall and a roof is
Was it
knocked off
taken
of
down
one.
from above or from the side?
All of the wagons are in kind of a different state of disrepair, so it's
I'm trying to gauge the size of whatever it was that did the damage.
okay.
If they were large, they might smash downwards. If they were smaller, they might hit the side, and then things would collapse in on
I
itself.
make one more investigation check.
That is a 26.
Swinging from like almost a sideways angle, which would imply a fairly large creature. At minimum, large.
There aren't any like tracks of a battery ram or anything?
Not that you can see. No.
Something this big didn't leave tracks. Interesting.
Of a batting ram, the snow has covered a lot since then.
that's true.
But there's not like marching patterns for or dragging something large that would leave an impact.
When a larger person carrying a weapon.
Yeah, and so as you kind of look through the carts, some of them have been untouched. The damage on quite a few of them is only enough to essentially access the inside. But then with the two center wagons in the caravan, they are like torn completely open,
Something.
and there's nothing remaining inside.
Is there any evidence of what cargo was there? Was the cargo stolen or destroyed?
Well, there's nothing left there, but you do have 3 workers from the caravan that survived it that you can talk to. Though you might want to let the charisma talkers do that.
Yeah.
In the
Guess that's
meantime,
me.
I will relate that information that I found to whoever seems available to hear it.
Probably Caspian.
Yeah.
Well, if he's
likely.
doing
Well,
the talking, then...
No, I'll be doing the talking to the
So it'd
three
be
guys.
King and Red Elder.
Whiskey wherever.
Whiskey, wherever she
Whiskey
went.
is currently kind of just. Whiskey, I think, would have joined you in inspecting the bodies,
Okay.
as you were kind of examining them and all that. I think it's safe to assume that for the most part, they are being helpful at this point. Elder and Whiskey and Red are, we'll say, flat advantage to investigation checks because they would be giving help.
As opposed to them making their own checks.
Yeah, because having 9 different people making checks the entire time would just be a lot.
A little bit much.
It's one thing for combat where they all have very specific things that they can do each turn. It's another thing,
Understood.
So
Makes sense.
most checks of an investigative nature you can make with advantage.
Cool.
But, helming the...
So I guess Elle would walk over to the 3 survivors of the caravan. Would King or Mackenzie be with him for the conversation?
Mackenzie is flanking you, but letting you step forward and take the lead.
Okay. Hi.
Turns around, is an orc.
Okay.
Larger tusks, and almost like purple shade to his skin.
Thanos. Anyway, we're from Mize Academy. Okay, so you're up to speed. Okay, good. What's your name? I'm Elle.
He didn't have that prepared.
We're always gonna ask for names.
We want to
This
be
is Ryan
kind.
we're talking about, Trey.
Yeah, give me a
Why would I not
Elle
introduce
is a
myself?
friendly dude.
Start a conversation, asking for the other person's name. That's common courtesy.
His name is Thanos.
Thane.
Thane.
What was that name you
Thane
got?
what?
No, the website just glitched.
No.
Fantasy name generator. Of course.
Yep.
What else?
Yeah.
Gashi.
Gashi.
Kashi.
Kashi.
If you'd like to write it down.
Takashi.
Khashi.
Pleasure to meet you. So, what can you tell us about the incident so that we might be able to assist in solving the mystery?
About midnight. Pitch blackout. I'm on one of the forward caravans. Suddenly a big explosion. Something. I don't know. Here, one of the men cry out. We pause for a moment. Second one.
This was the things being destroyed or just explosions?
This was whatever was killing them.
Oh, okay. Were you able to see what it was?
Middle of the night. Coming from far enough away the torches didn't reach.
So long range, big explosion. The explosion seemed like it was coming from something. It wasn't planted on the road.
Something. The men were knocked from the wagons. We realized we're under attack. Tried to get moving faster. One of the horses.
How did you three end up surviving?
Look, happened to be behind, blocked by the wagons. And as you were looking through the wagons, there did appear to be a few points where there was a similar 3-inch hole through the wood and metal.
Spot on.
Yeah.
And, what were you carrying that would make someone want to attack you?
It's plenty, but make a persuasion check.
Don't worry. We're part of the school. It's an official thing. This is all confidential. Okay.
Mackenzie being there he would be
Okay, good.
commenting in little ways, attempting to help.
That would be wonderful because that was a natural one. Yep. 20.
Okay, yeah. It was like a DC of 5 because like he does know why you're there, but
We're
it's just,
gonna find out anyway.
it's not so much you're gonna find out anyway. It's just like
That
this is
information is
supposed to
necessary.
be confidential, but I don't know why someone would want all of it.
All of it.
The middle 2 wagons, the ones that they took the things from, have a lot in them. Documentation. This is a official government transport. Records of citizenship. Documentation of family histories. Pardons. Evidence for criminal proceedings. There's a lot that there's a lot of individuals who might want something from this for one reason or another. I don't know why someone would want all of it.
I don't know either.
I guess that's your job.
Zooming through the notes.
You gonna find something?
Looking.
Elle has no
looking.
idea what half of what he just said meant.
Neat. Mackenzie will take note.
Yeah, Mackenzie's the one who's probably jotting it all down in his
You're
in his
asking the
brains.
questions, he's recording the answers.
That's exactly what's happening.
Actually, I think Ren would be just kind of
Yeah.
standing by, just
He's the scribe.
he's the nerd.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you know of any like groups or people who would potentially want to take it out as I don't maybe for like money, or they've got a lot of people that they have to skim through all the stuff? A lot of bad guys.
Was there anything related to the city of Chabar?
Which one?
Chabar,
Chabar?
in the Corman provinces.
No, it would all be local.
Any criminals that you take in from the mainland?
I mean,
Anyone who gets sent here?
we were on our way from Kadmir, going to Amidrak, the fortress on the land bridge. That's where these things are held securely.
But do criminals from Corman provinces get sent here for punishment?
Not usually.
So it wasn't people, it was just things about people.
Yeah.
I get it. I still don't know why someone would want to take all of that. That's weird. Do you know? He looks at Red.
I mean, if a criminal had evidence within there about, if someone who committed a crime knew that the evidence for their court case was being transported, remove the evidence, no more case. If someone was trying to disappear, they could be trying to destroy family records and birth reports and...
Taking all of it ensures that there's less likelihood they will find whatever identity or evidence or something. Harder to pinpoint the culprit if you don't know what exactly.
Could have done that with one box, though.
But taking it all has more security. Could also be worth things on the black market.
Black markets, maybe. But, there's no ransom for this. The Empire's government has had a habit they would rather see it all destroyed as opposed to giving in money or other demands. So if they find out about something like this, someone's asking for a ransom, they usually destroy the people asking for the ransom and whatever they stole in one fell swoop. Set a precedent.
Interesting.
So, if they want money for it, they're not going to be asking the government for it.
Caspian!
What?
What exactly is our objective again?
We're going to retrieve whatever goods that were stolen and find out who is responsible. Why can't you come over here when you want to talk?
Because this is easier. For me.
Cass will work his way over there.
Shuffle through the snow back over to Elle.
Alright. I assume that means that you found something.
Well, yes and no. We have found nothing, but we have discovered what that nothing is.
Mackenzie, could you translate?
You tea kettle.
That was just Cass's inner monologue. Screaming from far away.
We have gotten all the information we can. Unfortunately, it doesn't amount to much. At least not in terms of conclusions.
Well, perhaps those will be the puzzle pieces that help everything else fit together. Let's see what else everyone else has found. Cass will... Yep, try and round everybody out.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Alright, has anyone found anything interesting?
A few things, too. There were two different means of attacking the caravan. First was projectiles. Those 3-inch holes through the people, through the wagons, fired from about that distance, 30 feet away. There's someone on one knee firing from something, and I assume something fiery because there's evidence of it there.
Firing from something, like a piece of equipment, like perhaps a portable ballista?
Something like that, probably.
Wasn't something magical like firebolt, I can tell you that much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Too
Second,
precise.
yeah. Second of all, there's large damage, bludgeoning against 2 of the caravans. I assume those are the ones that you guys assume.
There will be damage to quite a few of them,
Okay.
but the most extensive damage was to those 2.
Most extensive to those 2 right there. Seems to be a larger individual that took a bit of an angular swing at it, as opposed to straight up and down or side to side. So they had at least 2 people on the field.
Right. So we're dealing with a team of probably very well-armed individuals. What did they take?
Records and documentation, pardons, evidence for court cases, family histories.
All of it?
All
Yes.
of it.
It doesn't narrow us down.
Exactly.
Who makes a weapon like that? Maybe we can trace them to the seller. Or maybe the ones who made it are the ones who did it.
It's possible.
Mr. Kashi. Are you familiar with these types of wounds?
Never seen it before. When almost everyone was dead, me and the others hid beneath the carts. Big steps, dum, dum, dum. Started tearing apart the wagons until they found the ones in the middle.
Goliath or giant, maybe.
Possibly an ogre, even.
How many sets of footsteps?
Just one.
Just one?
It's probably one muscle, one precision.
Yeah. Maybe more back at the point of shooting, carry off whatever weapon they had. They made good to clean up all of their evidence of this weapon. There's no projectiles anywhere. No tracks from the weapon.
Or it could have been
Those
someone
things drag
inside
around.
of something.
Could have been. But I specifically saw fiery prints specifically, of someone on one knee. I don't know if they got roasted afterwards, or if that was just part of the process.
This area is relatively open, right?
There's
Yeah.
hills and rocks and stuff.
The elevation is steadily going up. Like I said, you're maybe, what did I say, 20 miles? Yeah, something like that from the base of the mountains. You would know from. Make a history check.
Yeah. So that's 3 on the die.
Oh.
That's like a 5 total.
Yeah, never mind.
I do want to try looking around, though. Are there any places that would be, like, particularly good for holing up for a little bit as they waited for the caravan to approach?
Oh,
Like caves nearby, rocky enclaves.
Okay, go and make a perception check.
So do we want to do
Can I help
like...
with that? Or make my own?
Make your own, because again, with the other team helping, assume advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Much better.
Do I assume advantage as
Perception.
Everyone
Yes,
does.
yeah. The other team is consistently helping out.
22.
Flat 20.
Wow.
Do it at 3.
Unfortunate. Yeah, especially with you getting the height advantage. Not anywhere in particular.
Staked out in the snow and took off afterwards.
I'm not entirely sure that they staked out for long. It seems like they knew their target, where they would be, and possibly when they would be here. They may have been able to run up, find the area where they were at that time, and attack them.
So who also
Leaving
know about
immediately.
their schedule?
That's a good question. That's something that we might need to go somewhere else to investigate.
Who sent
Perhaps-
you guys?
This is official government business.
So just the government knows about this. Is it common news to anyone else?
Where were the origin of your orders?
He's going to make a intelligence check.
It's not a good face.
He was told to go somewhere and bring something with him.
Basically, the magistrate in Cadmore, it's a village to the northeast.
It's probably the best place to start.
What else were you carrying in the caravans? Besides records.
The other ones, some basic supplies, linens, blankets, clothing, and he genuinely hadn't checked, but probably generic, anything that someone would have paid UPS to expedited shipping.
So, nothing magical, nothing valuable.
Not particularly.
So they just wanted papers.
There's a lot of reasons I would want papers.
I don't have papers.
Would you like some?
What would I do with them?
Cadmore is maybe 100 miles that direction.
Is that the closest village?
If we can get the ship.
He traveled for a few days.
Well, I'm trying to think about how much they traveled, or potentially still have to travel.
Are the hills, like, steep enough that it wouldn't be convenient to break away from the road?
The road is definitely the easiest path.
Because if it was, like, steep cliffs...
Go ahead and make
kind of things on
a-
the side, it would be very inconvenient to go anywhere other than where the path naturally leads.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a history check.
That's 10.
10? Did you roll the...
Oh, I did. Okay. 11.
It's better.
Is that better?
Heck,
You are also proficient in history.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Do you want me to make a check?
Yeah, but you were asking the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Am I doing this with advantage? Okay. Alright, that was a flat 20.
Nice.
There we go. Have information I want to give you. It's less so steep cliffs, and more so much of the Daikun Steppe is just wide open. Basically, about 20 miles, you have the base of the mountains. And another, 70, 80 miles after that, through the mountains, is Cutmore. But this road is kind of the best way for the next 200 miles to the land bridge, which is the only point of connection to the main. Because I don't know how much.
Are we looking at the map?
I am. In the Daikun Steppe, there's an area on the eastern side that is kind of it's kind of shaped like a kitchen knife. It's long and flat, and then kind of curves down and has an inlet. And that one stretch is the Cavillan Land Bridge, which is where I have names for these things. The Amadrak fortress is.
That's 200 miles away. Okay.
There is another village, Kuiten, but that's southeast.
Okay.
And there isn't a road directly from here to there. There'd be a road from Amadrak to there.
Got it. Okay.
So, I mean, and there's probably like the area is so hilly and hills and valleys. There's probably like farms and homesteads and all that kind of stuff scattered all over the place. But in terms of like getting a move on with this stuff, they would probably follow the road.
Okay.
That would be...
The question is which direction?
Mountains tend to have caves and stuff like that. So your first guess is that, especially because traveling for 200, even then it's a question of 20 miles versus 200 to get to the next major landmark.
Yeah. 20 miles might be the better way to start.
To the mountains?
Yeah.
Would be a good place to hide out, regroup.
It would. It's
They
a
have
lot of
anyone
ground to
else-
cover.
If they have anyone else they're meeting, it's also a notable landmark to be able to trade.
True.
They could have just been hired guns, no pun intended.
You can classify it as a gun. Regardless, we should get a move on.
We're going to the mountains?
Yep. We take the ship.
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's she
So,
doing here?
huh?
What's she doing here?
Do you take your two? Yeah, it was like roughly 8 or 9 when you all met up. So it's probably about 10, getting closer to, the middle of the day. And the attack happened at some point after midnight, the previous night. So,
It's been 12 hours.
Almost.
They probably reach the mountains, or will reach them soon.
About how far does travel go?
there are rules for that.
Miles an
Depends
hour.
depends what your base speed is.
Yeah.
Assume 30
Assume
feet.
30 feet. Yeah.
They took the carts, I assume, horses and all.
No, the
No,
carts
we're-
are still there.
Oh, the carts are
Everything's-
still. They just
took
took
stuff
everything.
Yeah.
So they could technically they could be booking it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like
And we got one really
how
big
would
dude.
they be carrying it?
One
Like,
really
how-
big dude.
There is a really big dude who could probably carry a lot. Might even just sling that weapon over its shoulder.
Yeah, in 1 hour you can move a number of miles equal to your speed divided by 10.
Okay.
So if someone's got a base speed of 30 feet, they can go at a normal pace 3 miles an hour.
Okay.
If it's been 10, 12 hours, it's more than it's,
Or enough time to get to the mountains.
Yeah.
So we can assume they're there.
I mean, they could have gone, followed the road, or have gone either direction, but doing so would leave them out in the open for days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which they probably don't want to do with a really
Guts
big
crying
dude.
or something.
Well,
Nope.
we don't.
Asking the other team too.
5th level spell.
Yeah,
Fair.
Not even close.
I don't know why spells alone.
I was thinking about psychometry, but
we can't use the teachers though.
Nope, we can't.
This is student specific.
Grave and Idris have been kind of chatting with each other quietly. And
Are they outside or are they just chilling in the ship?
the ship has gone into the normal
Incognito mode.
cloaking,
Yes.
hidden in the ethereal plane, which shows you that it can do that.
interesting.
He just chooses not to.
What level spell is psychometry?
It's
Not
not.
a spell.
Oh,
It's
that's
a piety ability.
You made that up.
Yes,
We make a lot
There
of
you
things
go.
up in D&D.
it's the god of memory.
Impressive.
So this is a snowy environment, right? Like it's
No, it's a
currently technically not long.
a desert is defined by
Precipitation per year.
it's
Is it lack of vegetation?
no,
It's
it's
precipitation.
Else like
I think-
no,
vegetation.
because the biggest desert in the world is Antarctica,
Yes, because it doesn't receive as much precipitation.
but it snows very often,
It's about
which is a form of precipitation.
I don't know.
It's
Anyway,
about
we're getting distracted
volume.
with this.
Anyway.
Moving on.
I was just
My
trying to be a smart
point-
aleck.
My
I
point
started the debate.
being,
you got it.
how
I know.
easily should we be able to find footprints?
I mean, it depends. If they were walking off the road, the grass, it's cold enough that the grass would give way and stay that way. And you'd have to clear away the snow to see it, because the snow has been falling since then.
Yeah.
On the road, more difficult. It's been paved by who knows how many people just walking it, and so footprints are not nearly as. And the cold means that there's not as much movement of things, so it's not like dust is being kicked up a lot.
Does anyone have any ideas on how we could determine either where they came from or where they're going? Where to find footprints? What was that?
Ask Cotton Eye Joe. He gets around.
Cotton Eye, I don't believe I'm familiar with this Joseph
Never heard
man.
the folktale of Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah.
You
Children's
must
rhyme.
hear some very strange folktales.
What is he, homeschool?
As a matter of fact, I have very high-class education, thank you very much.
From
So
home.
did I, but
The fact that
I
he
know
received it
who,
at home is irrelevant.
I know who Cotton Eye Joe is.
Okay, congratulations.
This is so funny.
Anyway, does anyone have any real ideas? Thank you, Crow. Very funny, I guess.
Well,
No? All right.
sometimes the best way to go about it is pick a direction
Roll
and just go.
Roll a D100.
No, don't give it to us. Don't give it to us.
I'm seeing if one of your partner team
nice?
Oh,
members
No, that's
has
not.
a.
It's very, very low. It could have been really nice.
Wow.
6.
6.
Nobody.
Impressive.
Digits.
For some people, they do the low numbers or the higher ones.
Yeah, but Trey is not some people.
Yeah.
I do think it makes more sense that a 99 will give you more than a 1.
Are we all just rolling percentage?
I was just
I'm not.
doing it for funsies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
That was a luck roll to see if they had an idea.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nobody has an idea.
Because I have an idea,
Oh, good.
but
Well, I suppose perhaps the best lead we have is
Guys,
going
man,
into town.
Town's 100 miles away.
It had to come from somewhere.
Will they even let us get on the ship?
I say we go to the mountains, but
It's 20 miles.
I will default to whatever Caspian thinks is best.
Well, if they did go to the mountains, we would need to catch them first to take them some time to get to the town. So if we want to try both, we head to the mountains first, see if we can find anything, and then head to town. Idris,
yes.
are you able to give us transport?
Are you asking for it?
I am.
Please.
Or are you certainly going to just leave us here to our own devices?
Oh, buddy, if you say that. Wrong dialogue option. Reload.
Are you requesting your teacher's assistance with this mission?
No, I'm asking for the assistance of the ship.
No, we are not.
requesting your resources, not you.
No.
But I suppose those aren't separate, so...
No, they're not.
Fair enough. Alright. So... what do I have to
How many
figure
people
out
can
how
you fit
to-
on a horse?
The horses
three
are
of
all
them.
dead.
No, there's one horse dead.
One horse
there's
is
3
dead.
horses that are
Oh.
alive. I pay attention because they're horses.
Understandable.
I think there's quite a few horses that are alive.
Wow.
It's 3 of the workers
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
of the guards.
There are many horses in the world of Arklands, and most
So-
of them are alive.
Having my
Yeah.
mount would be...
If one gold,
Stop! No!
Take you to
so if one gold is akin to $1,000, right?
100.
Oh, it's 100. Okay.
He can't handle the funny.
A copper
So-
is $1.
Okay. So what kind of what are the costs of vehicles in Arklands? Like ones that are large
You're gonna
enough,
buy another ship.
maybe. Ones that are large enough to
We
hold
won't get a ship
9
in
people.
like our 2nd or 3rd year.
Okay. For future context, as a team, you will eventually get your own ship.
Okay. Well, I figured
So that's
that.
one thing.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't help us right now.
so
I want a vehicle that can go faster than 3 miles an hour.
The problem is, well, I mean, you'd have to buy one of the horses too,
Thanks.
Buy one of the horses?
or at least rent.
You have
Like
money.
a cart. Still, a vehicle goes at the speed of whatever's pulling it.
Are there any vehicles that are under 100 gold?
I mean,
Where are you
a
gonna buy one?
cart is
bike?
a cart is like 15 gold. But
Does that go faster than 3 miles an hour?
If you
What's
have
pulling it?
horse.
Well, we have horses that are working fine, right?
they're not your horses.
Yeah.
That's fair. What about a mechanical
Whatever,
horse?
we're walking.
I say we just walk.
Well, I'm gonna fly. The rest of you can fend for yourself.
That is true.
Crow, being that you can fly,
I'll be scouting.
I was going to ask that. Thank you. All right.
So I have a feature.
Okay.
As an action, you can create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The maximum value of the item is 100 gold, and it lasts for 3 hours. The maximum size of the item is medium.
So
Yeah,
a
maybe
cart would be
cart.
a large
Yeah.
It's a large. Okay.
object. Yeah.
I don't get large until 6th level, unfortunately.
Disc.
Yeah. So is there anything smaller that can go a little bit quicker? So maybe we can get a scout party out there.
I mean, you could make like a chariot. That's
fit like
that's the
two
only kind of like
people.
medium
That'd be freaking sweet.
vehicle. But again,
Cool.
you still need the horse.
Yeah. And they probably wouldn't.
And it
listen.
only fit like 2 people.
Yeah.
We don't want to split the party.
Yeah.
I mean, Aerie doesn't
Listen, we
care.
can keep
but-
talking about this or we can get moving. Like, time's moving.
Okay.
Crow, you saw where the person who was using that contraption set up, right?
Yeah.
Which side of the road?
Which side of the road was it on?
The road is coming at a kind of diagonal, the northern side.
Northern.
Let's head north.
Here.
That is towards the north directly, or following the path.
The
north,
path that heads northern direction.
which is towards the mountains.
Yes.
All right.
Northeast.
All right. So you can do a fast pace.
Oh, before we leave, Aerie goes up to Grave. Mr. Grave, would you give us one of
Sorry, no.
Addressing
Aerie.
him like a person.
Just Grave.
Grave,
Go on.
would you be able to lend us one of those flares?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always technically supposed to have one on a mission, so yes. And don't worry, we'll be keeping a close eye.
Appreciate it.
Idris,
Serious. A wild goose chase in the middle of the Daikons. On our way to the mountains.
Technically, we're not chasing a goose, we're chasing a paper.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
There could be a picture of a goose there. For all
There could be a really nice.
One of the perpetrators could be a goose.
like a wall.
Oh no, it's
poster.
the goose!
This is the goose with the knife. He got arrested in paradise.
Wanted
Not
dead
that
or
goose.
alive. Untitled.
Oh, that
goose.
goose.
That goose.
Oh.
The goose that must never be touched.
Trey would. So what if we're low level? We've already fought a dragon and death.
Yeah, but we had a lot of extra help then. We don't have that
We
now.
didn't exactly win that fight. We just survived it.
Idris
Sort of.
takes out his spellbook
Most of you.
and begins casting, and a large spectral hand appears that he then kind of just sits on, relaxes back, and it floats behind your group as y'all are walking.
Is that Bigsby's hand?
Yes. Big bees.
Big B?
Yep.
Big B.
Does anyone
Grave,
get
come
this
take a
dude's
seat.
Ego? Is there room for two?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a
love-seat
large
sized.
hand.
Wow.
Yeah. They go snuggle.
Like it could fit.
They gotta keep warm
warm.
somehow.
It could fit like even more people. Like, it's bigger than the chair.
Wow. Oh my.
Yeah, it is a large hand. But he does kind of drift it a little bit close to you, Al, as you're walking. Elios.
Yes.
I've been told that you had a bit of an experience.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Time dilation.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yes, well, we have a bit of time ahead of us by the looks of it, so I figured we might as well take the opportunity to talk.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I'm just curious.
Okay. So how much did Grave tell you?
Probably as much as you told him.
Well, you...
Something along those lines. I don't know how much you told him, but
Well,
quite a bit, I was told, so.
Well, I went into my room. There was a light. There were people inside of that thing. It was like a weird in the space. They said something. I don't remember what it was. And then it went away, and I thought it was like 5 minutes. I walked in, saw it, didn't touch it, because Cass would get mad at me.
Yes, I would. From the front of the pack.
And then it went away. I didn't do anything at all, and it just disappeared. And when I left my room, it was Sunday.
And when did this first happen?
Friday.
Friday. So, 2 days.
I lost my weekend. I was going to go to the light lab. I was very upset about that. Not the kind of light I wanted to see.
Potentially a more interesting one, though.
It doesn't. I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of over my head. So.
Well, for one thing, I don't think they were inside it, per se. You said that there were people inside it.
Yes.
I'm familiar with extra-dimensional spaces. I don't know what spells you are and are not familiar with.
Extra what?
Do you know Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion?
Bless you?
Okay, what about Rope Trick?
Oh, that one I know.
Yes, okay. You know, you climb up into like a portal, and it's like this.
Yeah, it hangs out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think this was that.
Oh.
I do not think that it was a larger space contained within the small space that you saw. I think it's more likely that it is a completely separate space, and it's more like a window opened.
To where?
No idea. Somewhere where time is not the same, obviously. The time dilation you experienced is most likely a result of it spilling out from.
What did they say? I don't... yeah, there we go. What would that be to try and remember what they said?
Wisdom check.
Wisdom? Yes! 19.
Did you write it down, Amy? The exact wording?
Let's see.
Didn't they say no, it's, or no, there?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not like we had a recorder.
No, I did not write it down.
I don't watch the recordings because I don't like the sound of my own voice.
I do.
Then you can tell us what we said.
Well, I don't like the sound of my voice.
Oh my gosh!
Noah! Help us out. You have to listen to it regardless.
Yeah, I have to listen to so many of them, they blur together.
That's valid, honestly.
Okay, but they said like 3 words. We know that much.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
You know, like, no, you can't, or no, they can't, or something like that.
I think it was like, no, this can't.
That's what I think it was.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So.
I forgot what we were talking about. Kiera could have answered that. If I were paying attention, it could have helped, but, sorry.
It's okay. All good. Because even with Grave basically rewatching the scene, he wasn't able to make out
anything
people.
further. No.
Yeah, like there was nothing. There were no shapes. There was no.
You saw the two silhouettes.
Exactly, but
But-
there were no defining features.
No.
So
You do know it was a male voice you heard. But that's about it. Not one that you recognized.
yeah, so oh well. So yeah, that's it.
So-
I lost my weekend.
It appears that perhaps it's a statement of defiance, of rejection, of fear, perhaps. Someone's in a situation they don't want to be. Could be they don't like being in that space.
Oh, you're talking about what the person said.
Yes.
Okay, I had no idea what you were saying. Sorry.
Mostly just spitballing here. The reality is there's quite a lot of phenomena that can alter time. I can alter time.
You can? Can you do it now to get us there faster? Excuse me, faster?
Are you asking for a teacher's help?
I was just asking if you could.
In terms of the outside world, they would perceive us as getting there faster. For us, it would take the same amount of time.
And that's not helpful for me then.
Because that's what time stop does. But he does
That's
have,
what I wanted to
he does
know.
have time stop.
Yep. That's what I wanted to know. If he has that, that'd be fantastic to use, but...
That's
we'll
really
try
handy
not
if
to.
your students get into a bind.
A little bit, yeah. So... Okay, well, I will say this then. If it happens to me again, I will let you know. Do you have a way for me to let you know immediately? Because I'm afraid if I would leave, it would go away.
How about this? When we get back to the school, I'm going to give you a little talisman.
Okay?
And you're going to be able to, realistically speaking, who knows? You may never experience it again. It may happen tomorrow.
Could happen right now! Nope, Grave is still here. We're okay. I just wanted to get Grave's attention.
Okay.
If you have the talisman on you, it will essentially record any time dilation effects that it goes through, and therefore any that you go through. And so I will be able to, if a phenomenon like that happens again, and you experience time dilation, then even though I'm not there in that moment,
You can look at it later.
I can look at it later.
Okay.
I don't know what information that can get us, but it's something. Could get us the exact rate at which the time dilation happens, could get us maybe some clues as to where.
Should I put my hand through the rift if it happens again? I did not do that the last time. Because Cass
Whoever
would get mad at me.
is there did not sound happy to be there. I don't know that I would risk ending up in the same situation.
So no.
I'm not saying no.
Caspian, he said it's okay!
No, No! No!
Listen, all great discoveries are
It would just be my hand.
built on sacrifice. If you're willing to...
What am I sacrificing?
I don't know. What would you be sacrificing?
I don't know. I've already lost a leg.
You start running out
Don't
of
touch it
things
with
to
anything you're not
offer.
willing to sacrifice.
Crow!
She's not listening.
I don't know whether to give inspiration or something after that.
You can give both.
Or neither.
Aww. I'm kidding. You're a valuable member of the team.
I don't think she's listening.
I know.
There is something I want Crow to do when things get wrapped up.
I think we're finishing up because Elle. This is literally all that Elle can do is just
Okay.
make jokes.
Yes, I will, but let me know.
Got it. And I will decide whether to touch it or not in the moment.
I leave that decision in your capable hands.
Thank you.
With that, the hand kind of drifts a little bit and is kind of hovering up and above so that he can see the whole group.
Crow will walk up beside Mackenzie.
Okay.
And start
Oh, boy.
match his pace.
He is. You mentioned Caspian is leading the pack, as it were. Mackenzie is not arms crossed, but just walking with a bit of a stride.
She comes up beside him, just casual stance and everything.
Huh?
So,
Fancy meeting you here.
yeah, what a coincidence. You have an uncanny resemblance to someone else here at this school, but you guys don't get along too well. What's up with that?
Could make a joke about it being a little bit offensive that you think the only two Earth Ganassi here look alike.
You could say that, but I think there's more going on there.
But no, we do look very alike. I'm not sure I understand the question, though.
Like, why don't you get along?
Oh, because he thinks he's better than he is.
And you would say you don't think the same way?
I think that if I had the natural talent for fighting and combat that he does, I could make better use of it. But not all of us are born blessed.
So what motivated you? You're, from what I've seen, a bit of a mastermind. You know how to orient yourself, you make plans and you get them done.
Huh.
And you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, for the most part. Why? It's not pure talent, a lucky gift. You shaped yourself.
It's gonna make an insight check. Being very complimentary. He is suspicious.
As he should be. Uh-oh.
What is that?
That one.
So what does he take this as?
You flirting with Mackenzie?
Oh no.
know that?
Wouldn't that be
You
a
don't know that?
great misunderstanding?
You'd have to roll for that.
He just did.
Unless that is what she's doing.
You don't know. You can roll, but you're in another conversation.
Well, I'm flattered. Still not quite sure. You're kind of answering your own questions.
Making observations.
Fair enough.
I want to know what you think about it.
I think that I'm someone that will do whatever I need to.
So why the school? Is that what you needed?
It's what the world needs. Yeah, there's all the righteous hero types. I'm sure there's 100 heroes that have graduated that will stand up for what's right and do no harm and all that. And what if the next time the world needs saving, there's a cost?
You're willing to pay that.
Damn right I am.
How about your brother? He's here too. You say he has natural ability, but doesn't use it well. Why else would he be at
brother.
school? I assume as much. Granite?
No.
Not your brother?
No, despite the uncanny resemblance at times. No.
But you do have a history.
A little bit.
To be fair, you told me a really long time ago that they were brothers. And everything made sense to me for that context, so...
That may have been
I
the
guess
plan at
they're
one point.
not anymore.
I do believe it does say in the yearbook that Mackenzie has like a twin or something like that.
I think it does say that, yeah.
Then I might be completely misremembering. Give me a second, I'm gonna go check that.
What do you feel bound to? I have an identical twin who is as different from me as any person could be. That's what it says under Mackenzie's. It might not be Granite,
So I was
but
wrong.
I see where... Because you started talking
It
and I was
could
like,
not be
oh,
Granite.
that would make sense.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
I was kind of figuring he was...
So,
I am also tired, and there's a lot of students with a lot of backstories.
that's okay.
You know, I do not fault you at all.
You know what? I have all of those things. I really should have just pulled this up because
There you go.
all of
Let's go
those
for it.
traits are in each character's background.
You have it on a big Excel sheet, right?
Well, no, I have it on their character sheets, and I have his character sheet in front of me right now. Anyway,
That's okay. I didn't give you a heads up to pull up the sheet or anything.
it's fine. It's fine.
You're amazing.
Yes.
So what about your brother? He's here at the school.
Yes, and he's exactly the kind of person that I described.
But you don't think he's here to learn?
I don't think that he thinks there's anything he could learn.
So why show up?
He wants a challenge. He wants bigger and better fights, and he does have a streak of do-goodery in him.
Well, if he's finding challenges, he's still gonna learn and improve, even if that's not his initial intention.
Yeah, but it's mostly going to be against his will. Get the feeling he's not going to. Honestly, I think the only reason that he has learned any lessons is because of, I guess it's their leader, Bodhi. Has Granite.
Pacifist, if I ever seen one.
Oh yeah, and has Granite on a
Elle was
leash.
a pacifist.
Granite has never listened to anyone about anything. Bodhi says a word, he stands down. Could not tell you why.
You wouldn't know him any better than I would. Well, I wouldn't know any. Whatever. All that to say, I don't even know how to make a point out of it. I was just curious.
What about you?
Me? What about?
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I do not mean any offense. You don't seem like someone who cares.
About?
Fill in the blank.
All of the above.
Seem to, in fact, actively reject the concept of caring at most opportunities.
So that's all true.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I understand. But why come here?
I don't like to admit it, but I don't always have everything figured out.
Sure,
Kind of why I'm here.
but there's other schools. There's other places to get training, to get information, to get skills.
Well, initially it's Grave who got me into this mess. We've been traveling together for a while, it's a long story. Regardless, I've seen some shit go down in my life, and sometimes I wonder what I could have done differently if I was in the right place at the right time. Or if I could stop things from happening. Maybe I just don't want to feel like I was missing something that happened. That I did everything I could. I don't know. I don't know these things. It's pretty much Grave telling me what I'm supposed to know about myself.
So, at least partially, here to work through trauma and survivor's guilt.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You apparently traveled with a literal therapist. I think you know what that means.
What would you know about that?
Plenty. I have emotional intelligence.
You?
Yes.
Right. Sure.
It's why I'm good at making people off guard.
Yeah, you think that. Maybe some of us do.
I bet I could say in one try something that would make you have to actively resist the urge to punch me.
Try it.
I think at this point, Elle has finished talking to Idris and is now
Listening.
You want to know why you reject caring about anything? You reject caring about anything because you couldn't bear to know that the truth is they don't care about you.
Look, you're gonna have to try harder than that.
Deception or persuasion?
13?
13.
Silver Barb's roll again.
What do you
For who?
Her.
Disadvantage for her?
Yeah.
I feel like I won't even need it. 10.
11.
For the story.
I will
deception
actively
or
attack my
persuasion?
team if it means good story.
Yes, I'm aware.
He saw her lip twitch.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. It was very well done. Nice front, but
Also, Mackenzie now has advantage to dodge the punch.
Listen, if Grave does these kinds of things all the time, pokes you where it hurts most, you'd still have to try harder than that.
are you asking me to?
No. Just saying, don't get too proud of yourself.
Listen. I know how to get on people's nerves. It's a skill. Genuinely.
Yeah, learn skill.
Yeah, actually.
I won't give you natural credit for it.
I'm sure if you ask my brother, I've been getting on people's nerves as long as I've been alive. But one thing I have learned is that the most surefire way to win a fight is to make your opponent care so much about beating you that they forget about winning. Which is almost what he did to you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. He was trying.
Almost. And then Elle caught on.
Yeah, I think I've seen a little bit of that. It works.
Yes, it does. And like I said, I will do what needs to be done. And your buddy Caspian took issue to it. That approach when the world's not ending. But I'm not gonna struggle to do what needs to be done when the time, if God's willing, hopefully never does, but you spend your whole life acting one way, it becomes really hard to change that, even if it's necessary. I'd rather be comfortable doing what I know.
Yeah. I think I can get that to a point.
It's more than one type of hero.
Not everyone seems to understand that.
Yeah. That's true about most things, though. At the end of the day, part of the reason I do it is because I do not care whether they see me as a hero or not. I do not care whether Caspian or the headmaster or my brother or anyone else sees me and thinks that I'm a good person. I'm here doing it for me.
You can go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm gonna use the advantage.
Oh, from the silvery orbs?
Mm-hmm. Flat 20.
Flat 20. She seems kind of impressed. Yeah. It kind of just keeps walking, ends the conversation there. Not parting,
No,
immediately,
no.
But let's fade.
Is there anything else that the rest of you, any conversations you strike up as you continue your walk for...
Like 4 hours?
More than
longer
that.
than that. The rest of the day, most likely. Nothing besides small talk, I think, from Elle.
Ari doesn't talk to anybody, actually.
Yeah.
Not unless they approach her, but she is standing probably a
She's on a
good
mission.
10 feet away from the rest of the group. Kind of off-center, keeping an eye out, diligently observing her surroundings, looking for any signs of other travelers, and just keeping her distance from her team.
You do see Whiskey kind of... You're off to one side, and Whiskey is kind of off to the other. Also keeping just a... Staying with the group, but keeping distance, and... it is a little weird because just in the corner of your eye, it's like the snow is moving. Pale, stark white hair, pale white skin, white dress, and it's just against the end. No winter clothing. Same outfit as always, but just trudging along.
Perfect camouflage.
Ari's got like a light blue scarf with a hood up. And she's got fur kind of gloves that she has her bracers wrapped around and a longer shirt.
It's all in airy colors.
It is. It's all in it's her Concord winter uniform. So it's all that deep navy blue.
Yep.
It ties in perfectly with the it's basically like she's wearing a longer robe.
Caspian, because you are leading, I'm gonna say roll a d100.
Okay.
Come on, something better than a 6!
100, please! No, 24.
24.
23.
Okay. Then, within... It takes you a little under 7 hours. It's a bit of a hike. It's not too bad, honestly. There are worse things. The sun is in the sky, but it's mid-fall. It's not blazing hot. Honestly, the cold air is probably the harshest thing on your lungs as you're walking, and the fact that it is an incline.
Is Ari walking on top of the snow like Legolas?
No, but mostly because it's not nearly thick enough for that. Yeah.
She's upset she woke up.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Rude.
Stop copying me.
Stop copying me.
I said it first.
Did you?
It's on the recording.
You're trying to gaslight him?
I have video evidence.
You're not gonna watch it.
No, I'm not.
Baby girl, please.
So it gets to be about...
I'll listen from the side.
She needs to stand.
It gets to be about 5 p.m. and you are in the mountains at this point. There are a number of smaller paths that branch off along the road. For not like official ones, but like some of them could be animal paths that are just, you know, often tread. Some of them could lead to, again, like homesteads or, you know, there's no official settlements, but you know, people could have houses or hideaways.
Anything look like a giant hulking behemoth trudged through here?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Dang it! I do not want to make an investigation
I'll make
check.
an
With advantage.
investigation check.
I'm going to investigate.
Come on. I'm gonna make
Could I say perception for me?
You'll get different
Did you
results,
get the same
but
number twice?
Yes.
We get advantage, right?
yeah.
Because I already have an advantage on investigation, but my perception is much higher. We're gonna do perception. Alright, yeah, 23.
20.
20,
Non-natural 1.
flat 1.
I gotta pull up my modifiers. This is, what was it?
Investigation.
12.
12. Okay. With a 20. Yeah, I will say you, as you're walking along, at one point, do you know what a desire path is? I think that's what it's called.
It's the one that's
Elephant paths, too.
Elephant paths. I think I've heard desire path more
Yeah.
often, in which people tend to walk a certain route because it happens to be the easiest or
Yeah.
simplest one.
So basically, there's a
Paid
path
by
that goes perpendicular to the road that you're on. But you are able to catch, as you're kind of just swinging your wings with the fire lit up, melting snow to get a good look. And you see that because they cut a corner to get from the road to the path, there's some footsteps,
Bigger than normal.
quite, and singed.
Hey, check this out.
Cass will go take a look.
Singed bricks look familiar. I saw that.
It seems like we're on the right path.
So what's the plan?
Well, if they're going this way, they're not diverging from the path?
Probably not yet. I can take an aerial, but I'm probably gonna do better looking up close for more tracks like this buried under the fresh snow.
How about you periodically pop up and see if you notice anyone?
Yeah.
We'll continue on and see if we can find more. Keep your eyes open.
And I think, because what are we at?
About 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I think as you set off on this side path, following the trail of this large figure,
We found something. Go!
that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you very, very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.